Okay, Jacob, what we're going to do today is we're just going to make dinner rolls, hot rolls, yeast rolls. That's what we're making. And this here is going to be a little different from the other breads because this one here is a enriched dough, meaning it has milk, egg, butter. That's all. That's the extra stuff I'm actually going to be adding to it. So let me run down what I've got here real fast. So I've got 1.5 cups warm water, about half a teaspoon of sugar, 2¼ teaspoons of yeast. I've let that sit for 5-6 minutes. It's bloomed. Right? I've got 1/3 cup of sugar. In here, I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1/8 cup of milk, 1 beaten egg, and 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil or canola oil. I don't know what I've got. I think I've got vegetable. And in here, 5 cups of flour. So this is what I'm gonna. This is what you do. It's not just what I'm gonna do, but it's what you do. So you take your sugar, put that down in your flour. Just kind of get that mixed in. Take your yeasty water, just dump it in. Get your egg, butter, oil, and milk. Pour it in. Alright. Oh, yep. I know I was going to forget something. You need about a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon and a half. Get that mixed down in there. Just spoon, fork, something. Just about anything, really. And mix it. Just like it's going to be just like almost any other bread dough. Alright. So just get it all mixed in together. See, and it's just kind of starts turning into a shaggy mess, which is fine. Now, if you had a stand mixer, that would work best for this at this point in time, but it can be done by hand. Because you got to get this dough to come together. Which means you've got to actually knead it. So, I dump it out. At that point in time, clean up some of my mess. So, see, I'm just going to kind of bring it together. Hold it over, and I'm just going to kind of mash down on it. Don't worry about all these other little crumbs and stuff, because here in about 5 minutes of this, it should pick all of this up off the counter. So you just gotta knead the dough. Which you can see what I'm doing. I'm just take it. I use the palm of my hand. I turn it. Pick up about 1/3 of it. Get my palm on there, and just mash it into itself. Give it that turn. Mash it. This right here is the perfect time to pick up all those little extra crumbs. Yeah, and you need to do this about 5 minutes. Actually, you need to have this dough worked. So that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. You know, now this is not my recipe. I found this one from a woman named Lori on YouTube. I think her channel is called Whippoorwill Holler, something like that. Anyways, it works great. It's a really good recipe. So if anyone ever wants to know how to make really good dinner rolls, or she calls them hot rolls, I think, Yeah, use her recipe, or you can get it from me and send her a thank you. She's got some good videos out there and doing stuff. You see how that's coming together? Really nice. It's a very soft dough, and it works great. And these will make, and I promise you, these will make some of the best rolls you've ever had, like for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, just dinner in general. All these things are delicious. You see, it don't take long to do that. It didn't even take me 5 minutes, right? So, what I'm going to do at this point in time, give me a second, I wasn't prepared. I'm going to get me another bowl. I'm going to add just a little bit of oil, not much. And I'm just going to wipe it all the way around the inside of the bowl. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up my dough now, set it there, give it a turn. I just want to make sure the dough itself has oil on it, right? They'll keep it from forming a skin. And I'm going to cover this for 1 hour and let it rise. And then whenever it comes back, after that hour, we'll do what that Lori woman from Whippoorwill Holler, she does what's called pinching rolls, and I'll show you how to do that. It's a really good technique, and you don't have to have a scale or anything to be weighing stuff out. You get pretty good accuracy with it. Be back in an hour. Alright, an hour has gone past. Let's check on our bread, our roll mixture real quick. There we go. Really nice and soft. What I've got down here is just an old cookie sheet pan, and I've got oil in it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically just grease this sucker down all over the bottom real fast. Move that off to the side real quick. Good heavens. All right. So, and you want to do it with your hand, because you do want your hands oiled up. Just reach down in here, punch it down. You know, just punch it down. Just knock the air out of it, basically, is what you're going to do. Just reach in, grab you some. Work it out a little bit like a roll. No. And you take your hand, about how big you want them, about like that, and then squeeze it, and it'll pop off a roll. See how easy that is? And then just put it on your cookie sheet, and kind of just fold that over a little bit. Reach back down under it. Just squeeze it, pinch it off. See, and they're right about the same size. You can make them a little smaller if you want. You can make them bigger. Do what you like with them. Once again, that's all I'm doing, is I'm just trying to keep a smooth side. Reaching down with my thumb, making a circle. Then I squeeze it and come in with my other hand and just pop it off. Right? And then once you kind of get used to doing that, these things, you start to move. Right, and I don't know how many of these are going to make. As many as you can get out of it, I don't know. We're going to see. I'm making mine kind of big anyhow. I've got, you know, my hands are big. As long as you're kind of just, grabbing up the same amount, they're going to come out to about the same size every time. Just like that. On there. Actually, I'm going to have to make this one just a little bit smaller, the way I can get that last little piece right around the same size. When you get like that, of course you can't, that's about the roll size. Just kind of just grab it and just kind of just pull it under a little bit. Just make yourself a roll. And then there you go. And then at this point, all you do again, well, that's an ugly one, ain't it? At this point in time here, all you do is cover them up for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to use some plastic wrap. On mine, you can use a little kitchen tea towel or something, basically whatever kind of works for you. See, that's all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover them up and I'm going to let them rise for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to bake them at 350 degrees in a preheated oven, of course. At 350 degrees for, I don't know, 30 minutes maybe. We'll see. We'll have to check up on the time, to be honest with you. I can't remember how long it takes. Anyways, 30 minutes. Alright, it's been about 35 minutes. You see, they've all risen up, so yeah, I did make them a little too big, didn't I? Some of these, that's a monster there. Anyways, just going to throw these in the oven anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So it's not much to it at this point. We're just going to bake them off just like you would anything else. I'll show you the results. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. Let's pull these things out of this oven and see what's going on. Wow. Look at that. Those look pretty. Alright, so what's a good roll without some butter? So I just melted a couple of tablespoons of butter in my cup. I'm just going to paint it on there. That's a huge one. Almost can't wait to get into some of them. Alright, let's pick one. This one looks pretty. It's hot. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's delicious. My gosh. Yeah, you're not going to get better rolls than this. You are not. Well, there you have it. I've shown you what to do. Get in there and do it. Look at that. Ooh, it's hot. That's fluffy. Alrighty. Well, get into the kitchen and make them. We'll see you later.